Good morning, everybody. Craig DeLeo here. And I was, again, reflecting yet again. And I actually have a mission. I'm going to put this on TikTok and I'm going to send it towards Mr. Trump. And I want everybody else to send it to Mr. Trump's office and everybody else in his administration. And I admit fully, I don't know what went down between Mr. Trump, President Trump, and General Mattis in his first administration. I can use my imagination because I was underneath General Mattis's command at Camp Pendleton, and I can imagine because I know Mad Dogman. Excuse me, I know he doesn't like being called that, but I've been underneath General Mattis, and I've seen some of the choices he's made, and I don't always agree with him. But again, he was my general, so yes, sir. There's a few things I don't agree with that he did, but again, and some politics things that he did that I don't agree with. And again, I'm the same thing with Mr. Trump. But I have a challenge for Mr. Trump. Bring back DEI. Okay? No. I know you don't like DEI, and I that's fine. If you don't like DEI, I understand why you don't like DEI. I've not always been a fan of DEI, but bring back DEI. I volunteer to run your DEI program at the federal level. Okay, I will take crap pay, and I mean pay me nothing. Give me an expense account to, cover my costs flying around doing the job. That's all I need. Okay, because I admit fully, and this is where I'm going to post it. I'm a pasty white boy. Okay, I'm a combat vet, but I'm a pasty white boy. So I admit fully, I don't see a lot of these things I don't see it immediately, but I see things that I don't like. Okay, I fought for inclusion of females, and when I didn't like it when I saw women being excluded when I was active duty. I don't necessarily jump at the things that are against the black, and I know some people for African American, but I know people that don't like African American, but the black community. I see a lot of things with the GLBQ, LGBTQ, whichever way plus community that I don't like. I'm not part of those communities, but again, I did support those communities. So I like inclusion, however, but I believe everything being a fair field. So again, there's my pitch. I don't believe in inclusion for the sake of inclusion. I do, however, believe in inclusion where everybody gets a fair field. And again, there's my challenge. I'm willing to do it for nothing. Just the expense of, it's going to be expensive because I'm going to be flying around from agency to agency trying to rebuild these programs right. Because what was the, I can't remember what we used to call the program. There we go, affirmative action. I don't like affirmative action. However, I do believe everybody should get a free shot, free of systemic racism. Because there are, again, I don't like that term, but there are some things that are systemic racism and, systemic hate, which is, I'm going to blame, again, I don't want to blame our older communities, but our more aging communities don't understand some of these things, and that's fine. But again, let's have this discussion. Let's make sure that everybody's getting a fair shot at that American dream. So there you go, Mr. Trump, President Trump. I'm going to be respectful. But again, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to your ideas. But again, be ready for me to pull the same crap I need to stop calling him that. General Mattis called. I'm going to be on your side, but I'm also going to challenge you. And again, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do things. I'm going to explain things. I'm probably going to explain things a whole lot better than General Mattis did because I'm familiar with General Mattis. He doesn't like to explain himself and explain his logic and his thought process. I've got a sneaking suspicion I know why you and General Mattis didn't get along. Because again, I've been in his orbit. I'm familiar with him. So again, there you go. There's my challenge. Everyone help. Again, what's the worst that could happen? I'm going to screw it up and get fired? Okay, let's go. Let's rock out. This might be a brilliant end for my political career. And hell, it might burn me. So guess what? Let's go. I'll support you, but I'm going to be devil's advocate on you, sir. So I love all y'all. I love all my shipmates, and have a super day. Hope to hear from you, sir.